A lot of emphasis is placed on feeding the dolphins at Monkey Mia, but there's plenty of other water-based activities that I'm sure are fabulous.
I think I've got to relent and put the poncho on. Is there an arm bit?
Guys, we need some volunteers for the sails. I'm going to need 3 male volunteers to help me with the main sail, 2 females to help me with the front sail.
I'm glad I changed my mind and came on board.
Heave! Uh-oh. There we go, guys. That's all. If you can drop the rope, please.
Jaspi, where are we going?
We're heading northeast.
So what do you think we're likely to see?
Well, hopefully we're going to see some dugong.
Yep.
They're pretty hard to spot on a day like this, but we'll be doing our best. Hopefully some dolphins, some turtles. We've got heaps of wildlife out there. It's just a case of being lucky on a day like today.
Dugong, right here.
So guys, these dugong, they're pretty big animals. They can grow up to 3 metres in length. They can live up to 70 years, and that's 70 years of eating 70 kilos of seagrass a day.
Dugongs surface only to breed, so you don't have much time to observe these 400-kilogram mammals. Their exclusive diet of large amounts of seagrasses means dugongs are often referred to as sea cows.
Well, just a little known fact for all of you that Monkey Mia in the Shark Bay region is actually famous for its sunshine, with a reputed only 20 days of rain per year and 1 cyclone. And guess what? We're in it!
It doesn't get much better than this, Muzz. You bring me to all the good places.
We didn't see a lot of the natural wildlife that you would normally see. What would you normally get on a normal sunny day?
This time of year, dugongs are the main thing we go looking for, but there's always dolphins out there, stingrays, sharks, and some beautiful bird life as well.
Oh, wow. And so how often do you go out? Is it 7 days a week?
7 days a week, all year round.
All year round?
Yeah.
Come rain or hail or shine?
Yeah.
So I was told that generally it's sunny all year round and you get maybe 20 days of rain a year. Is that right?
That's correct, yeah. Since I've been working here, this is probably the 5th or 6th day of rain I've had. So, yeah, you came on one of the,
That'd be right.
the bad weather days.
They're not dangerous conditions, though, that we're out in?
No, Shark Bay's a really safe place to go sailing, and this is about as extreme as it gets, and as you've seen, it's very safe out there.
With my sea legs well and truly on, Rob and Jamie Morgan of Blue Lagoon Pearls are taking Muzz and I out on their pontoon, where their family has been farming pearls since the early 1900s.
Beautiful.
So boys, how did you 2 brothers get into pearl farming?
It's basically all we've ever done in our family. Since 1919, grandfather was pearling up in Broome, master pearler. And we've just slowly worked our way down the coastline until we got to beautiful Shark Bay.
It's gorgeous.
It is. Not today, but it normally is.
Rightio. This part here is much like your skin, but it has in it what we call a nacre-secreting substance. And what that means is that part there, it secretes what we call a calcium crystal, and it makes all the pearl shell. What'll happen, this part here, it'll form a sac around it. Now that sac will then keep it in its natural environment. It'll still keep on producing calcium crystals, except it won't be a part of the shell there. It'll just caught up in that sac and it'll become a little round pearl.
Ooh,
how easy is that?
That's fascinating.
But yeah, so for us to get a cultured pearl, we just make a quick incision. She picks up this little nuclei here. Now these little nuclei here are made from what we call the Mississippi mussel shell, which is this clamshell over here, because it's got to be the same weight, texture and density as a pearl shell itself. Okay, so what she does with this little shell here, she places it through the incision and she places it right back up into the top of the sac, just like that. So from there, she just picks that up, just like that, and through the incision that's just been made, she goes back up and through and she lays that grafting right on top of the nuclei. So what'll happen, that goes back out in the water, and after a period of 28 days, that grafting will just start to recognise that there's a foreign object sitting in the sac, so it just completely stretches itself out, wraps around the nuclei, and it starts to attack it. But the way that it attacks it is it forms calcium crystals around and around the nuclei. Now the reason it is doing that is it eventually wants to make that nuclei so large of calcium crystals, so therefore to us it's become a pearl. It'll split the top of the sac that it's sitting in, the muscle pushes out the mouth of the shell and spit it onto the ocean floor. Therefore it's got rid of the irritant, but obviously we come along and we pull that pearl out before that period happens. That's how you create a cultured pearl.
Wow.
Not content with just pearl farming, these boys are pioneering a new style of jewellery, a world first that they've titled the Gemini Pearl Range, whereby the pearl grows around pieces of gold or opals that have been placed in the shell.
West Australia is obviously the best, leads the world market in pearl growing right up through to Darwin now.
And especially this farm.
After the break, Mother Nature lets us know who's boss.